Hello, Saffron.
Hello.
We're happy to see you again.
Thank you very much.
So, first time we met at Deco's exhibition.
Yes.
And today in Deco in Paris, I will be happy to know a lot about your new designs, new collection, and also about philosophy and history of the brand and the company James Hare.
Okay, great. Well, should we start with the history?
Yeah, just a little.
Just give you a very short history because we're actually 150 years old.
Very old,
Yeah.
indeed.
Well, we started in 1865 by my great-great-grandfather, and he started off as a woolen merchant in a city called Leeds in the north of England, and it quickly established into a bona fide wholesaler, and we got our big break, as to say, on the demise of Queen Victoria. Because in those days in England, when a queen died, everyone wears black. So my great-great-grandfather noticed that the queen was nearing the end, so he invested all the money he had in black cloth, and then when she died, we had more black cloth than anyone else in the world, and we sold 250,000 meters in 3 months.
So it was a great idea of your great-grandfather.
Well, it was sad for the queen, but obviously lucky for James Hare. And the other thing he did with his bonanza was buy a horse and carriage, which in those days was the equivalent of a Ferrari. So this is also our company logo, because every day he would drive into Leeds in his horse and carriage. And we still have it as the company logo today.
Yes, we can see.
So, but it wasn't until the 1970s we focused on silks purely, and mainly for the fashion trade. And we moved into interiors about 15 years ago. But the close connection with fashion and interiors is really useful for us because interiors follows fashion. So we're extremely good with colour. And we also always know what's coming up on the catwalks. So it's a great help to us, that close connection.
For which great names you do fashion fabric?
Well, we don't really give away names, because they prefer not to let us know.
Okay, not a problem.
But most of the catwalks in London and a few in Paris. So I'd love to tell you a little bit about our collection.
Yes, of course, because previous we know already, but our users and readers, I think it also will be interesting for them. But the new one, of course.
The new one is the
most
key. But one of the key things we did recently was we're very well known for our silks. We're primarily a silk company. And we introduced 215 shades into our hand-woven silk. So it's a fabulous colour palette.
Are you also famous for your colours?
We're very famous for our colours. But what I thought your viewers might like to see is I bought you some silk yarn. It's
real.
Yeah, this is real. So silk yarn is a living element. It's just like hair. So if you could feel it, you would notice that.
And what we will feel if we burn it?
Well, that's how to test silk. Because silk yarn is inherently fire retardant. It never burns. So if we were to burn this, it would just flare up and then stop burning and then turn into like dark charcoal. But it
also the smell?
Yeah, the smell is just like you're burning hair. And the silk yarn is still made by the silkworm. And here we have a cocoon. And if you could hear it, you can hear the silkworm inside. So what he does is he cocoons himself, and it is his saliva that makes the cocoon. And it takes him 3 days to cocoon. And what's really interesting is if we were to unravel this into a single yarn, guess how many meters it would be?
Maybe 1 kilometer.
No, it's 900 meters.
900?
It's so fine.
It's about.
Yeah, close.
Close. Great.
But it is very impressive.
Very long indeed.
Very long indeed. So the other thing we did, which is particularly popular with our Russian customers, is our silk wool collection. We have now increased it to, I think, 55 colours.
As we see today, wool is in a great trend.
Wool is really trendy. And the colours, obviously we increased the grey palette, because we're very well known for our grey palette, our neutral palette. And then also we popped in a few fashion colours. So we think...
Can you show us the most fashion?
Well, This was introduced in September, and we think pink was going to be very big that season. But next season, which we've launched now, we think coral red is going to be popular. So I'll show you this combination. This coral red with the blue. I think this is going to be a very
yes,
good
it is
palette.
the top.
So, and then of course Pantone have just said that the colour of the year is green. So I think we'll be looking at a few greens next season.
Of course.
So this season's collection, we've gone all fun and sort of light-hearted. The collections are all named after games. The first is Mikado, which is also known as Pick-Up Sticks. And here it is. It's a rather fabulous embroidered linen cotton base. Multicoloured. So lots of use there in lots of different colour palettes. And then also Bagatelle. Bagatelle is an old English game. And this design we love this design because it has a real gentle flow. And I thought the colour range...
House of Games. We know it was the main theme for September Maison Objet.
Was it?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So you're very much in trend.
Yeah. That's good. So it's all a very soft, gentle, flowing palette. But what's interesting, although it is quite bright and colourful, you can also do it in a very sort of grey, sophisticated, neutral way. So your designer can translate it however they want. This is a particular favourite of mine. It's called Backgammon. And the reason why I like it is it's very neutral and easy living, but it offers quite a lot of design detail. I hope you'll be able to add some of the photos, the lifestyle photos we've
course.
got, because then your clients will be able to see how we recommend you use it. And then, in the same collection, we have Domino. And this was designed to look like stacked top dominoes. And again, as you see, we have always the very good bank of neutral colours, and then the splash of fashion brights. The coral red that I was talking about. My particular favourite at the moment, orange. I love orange in interiors. And then the other colour combination we're really keen on is yellow and grey.
Yellow and grey is beautiful, always.
Lovely. And then finally, we have the Solitaire, which is a broken circle design. It's a semi-plain. We do particularly well with semi-plains because they're easy to put in both sort of masculine and feminine interiors. And that is everything we've launched at Maison Objet. Deco.
What you can propose to the Russian market? Maybe you can advise us the best sellers for Russia?
Yes, it's easy. That is really easy. And it's one of the main reasons we added the new colours into the Connaught. All our Russian clients, they love the Connaught. I think it's because because Russian interiors are very elegant, and it's a very elegant plain.
Very classic.
Yeah, and it has a very, very smart sheen in a big piece.
This fabric consists of merino wool and silk.
Yes.
Great.
Merino wool from New Zealand and silk, so it's a perfect combination.
The best seller for Russia. Yes. Thank you.
And then the next one is the Orissa. But what you're very good at is using it as wall coverings, because we can paper back all our fabrics, you see.
And use it as wall covering.
This, the Deco one. We paper back it to use on the walls, and that gives the rooms a lot of texture and warmth. And also there's a fabulous colour palette. So you can make a feature wall. It works very, very well, especially in cool environments.
Also, I know you do some very convenient instruments for interior designers with your fabrics.
This we call the colour portfolio, and we designed it because our clients are always saying that the books are very heavy to take out on the road. And so we designed this because you have 500 colours and you can pop it in your handbag. So people love it. And also, if your client says, I'm looking for red, but it's not pink, it's not blue, it's in between, you can say, oh, look, which one?
Yes.
And if you can't find a colour, you have a big problem, because there is 500 of them.
So with James Hare, we will not have any problems.
No problems at all.
With colours and with silk.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Saffron.
Thank you.